Well, I am home alone today, so I'm getting some stuff done. One of which is I'm going to make some lemon honey orange slices. I don't know, it's a recipe I found in my little canning book. Found it in this book. The lighting in my kitchen is awful. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to work on doing today. And we'll see how it turns out.
Tastes delicious. It was phenomenal. I used to prep a lot, and I I can't tell you how many jars of food I canned. I was canning everything. I canned bacon, I canned meats of all kinds, I canned jam and all kinds of stuff. I just taught myself how to can, and I'm pretty sure that'll come in handy. But oh, and then I stocked up grains in 5-gallon buckets. I believe I had about 35 to 45-gallon buckets full of grain and rice and oats and flour and sugars and stuff like that. I had a whole entire room in my basement dedicated to food, and then an entire wall of 12, the boxes that jars, not jars, sorry, but canned goods come in the store of 12 of whatever variety you want to buy. I had those full and they were stacked, like 10 high and then 20 across. So it was a lot, guys. It was a lot. My entire basement was pretty much almost food. Why am I telling you all this? It ended up just being so much. It bogged me down. My house was cluttered, or a part of it at least was cluttered. I learned a lot. Don't get me wrong. I learned a lot. But the biggest thing that I realized is when I took a step back, this is what my anxiety and my fear of the future led to. Led to uncontrollable prepping. Uncontrollable prepping. It was off the chain. It was bad. So we ended up moving to Arizona. So I went from Kentucky to Arizona and had to get rid of all that stuff. And I think we took about 4 or 5 trips to the local food bank with a truck. I had my truck and we filled the bed of it with canned goods and stuff. And then I gave away the buckets of food for free online through Craigslist. It felt so good to give it away. I'm sure I probably fed half of Kentucky with all that food. It was a lot. It was a lot. And I gave away most of it. Um, and I don't feel like it was a waste. Sure, it might look like a waste on from one perspective, but for me I learned a valuable lesson. Don't let fear take a hold of you and dictate what you do. I didn't get any peace. I didn't feel secure. I didn't get any peace in all that. I just got chaos and clutter and feeling like I never had enough. And so once I gave it all away and had barely anything, I think I had 2 totes worth of food after it was all said and done. And I gave away most of the stuff I canned by myself as well. Once I did that, I felt so much better. It was like a huge weight lifted off of me. It was incredible. So I decided from then on out, you know what? I said, Jesus, I think I'm going to make sure that I have skills and stuff and obviously have extra on board in the cabinets and whatnot. But I'm never going to let that get out of control like that. Like, I am going to rely on you, Lord. I'm not going to rely on myself because there is no way that I can control anything that happens. There's just no way. Absolutely none. I can't control any outcome. A storm could have whipped through or a tornado and just totally taken all my preps and blew them to Timbuktu. I've had a lot more peace since realizing that I'm not in control and to just let go and let God guide me through the little things. And now I have a much cleaner home. I still have to go through my food because I tend to hoard it a little bit, but with the prices of stuff going up so much, it's starting to make me realize I really need to start pulling all my old skills out and blow the dust off of them, and because it's looking like it's time for that stuff. So that's what I've been busy doing.
Oh, yeah, and also eating leftovers. Just really pushing to eat leftovers and recreate things from them. Like this amazing flatbread that I did the other night. Okay, let me show you something that I did with leftovers. So I took mashed sweet potato from a leftover meal. I added flour and baking powder and let it set for 10 minutes and created this like sweet potato tortilla. Hey, it's the little things in life. It's the little things in life. Guys, it was so good. It was like a chalupa. Leftovers can definitely be repurposed and save lots of money.
What are some things that you guys are doing to kind of gear up for this year?
Not to take things overboard like I used to do, but what are some things that you are seeing and some things that you are doing to possibly mitigate some risks? Or maybe, you just realize that or see that some of the changes that are happening in our country are kind of forcing you to do other things that perhaps you didn't really think you would have to do.
So yeah, let me know in the comments, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I will see you in the next video. Toodles.
It looks really good. And some left over for immediate consumption.